On February 13, 2017, the town of Delphi, Indiana, changed forever. 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German went for a hike on the Monon High Bridge Trail. They never came home. The next day, their bodies were found near the creek. The brutality of the crime scene shook investigators to their core. But Libby German left behind a final, heroic piece of evidence. A grainy video on her phone of a man in a blue jacket and a voice command that would haunt the world.
See, this is the path that we go down. There's no path going there, so we have to go down here.
Guys?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
For 5 years, the hunt for Bridge Guy went cold. Then in October 2022, police arrested a local man, Richard Allen. The prosecution painted him as a monster hiding in plain sight. In November 2024, a jury convicted him, and he was sentenced to 130 years in prison. Case closed? Not even close. From a bullet that didn't match to a timeline that physically clears him, to allegations of torture in state custody. This is the story of how the system may have convicted the wrong man. Welcome to Controversial Crimes. To understand the gravity of a wrongful conviction, we have to look at the man behind the mugshot. Before 2022, Richard Rick Allen wasn't a suspect. He was a fixture of the community, a licensed pharmacy technician at the local CVS who processed photos for the victim's family for free. A veteran of the Indiana National Guard, neighbours called him a heck of a nice guy. The prosecution's case rested heavily on confessions Allen made to his wife and mother.
Honey?
Yeah.
Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, babe. Yeah, babe.
What's going on?
I just wanted to apologize to you.
What's going on, sweetheart? Are you not
I did
feeling
it.
well? You did
No,
what?
I did it.
What?
I killed Abby. I killed Abby and Libby.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, Darren.
Yes, I did.
Don't say
I don't
you
know
did
why.
that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Darren. You're not feeling well. There's something wrong. They've messed up your meds or something there.
No, I mean, I evidently did it.
No, you didn't. Why would you say that?
Because maybe I did.
No, you didn't, dear.
I think I did.
No, you didn't. They are screwing with you there, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. There's something wrong. They're messing with you. They are messing with your mind.
Did Dad tell you I called?
Yeah.
What did I say to him?
I don't know. I talked to your mom, but she called me in, and we're just worried about you because something's not right.
Is there a way to talk to Dad?
No, honey, I'm not with them right now. And there's something wrong. They're screwing with you there.
What did they say to Dad?
They've done something to your food or they've done something to your meds. There's something wrong. Don't you ever say you did anything, because I know you didn't.
I think I did.
No, you didn't. Why would you say that?
Because I think I did.
No, you didn't. You know you didn't.
I wish I could say I didn't. I don't know.
You don't know. See, exactly. There's something wrong. They're screwing with you. They're trying to get you to say things. They're trying to mess with your mind.
No, I deserve it, I guess.
There's something wrong. No, you don't.
I just wish they would kill me or let me apologize to the families at least.
Dear. Don't talk anymore. Just don't talk anymore. Okay?
So,
don't talk anymore. I need to get a hold of somebody there.
But context is everything. These weren't made in a comfortable interview room. They came after months of what his attorneys described as medieval torture. For 13 months, Alan was held in solitary confinement, watched 24/7, lights on, isolated from human contact. By April 2023, prison logs document a complete mental collapse. Rick Allen was found naked in his cell, covered in his own feces, eating it and drinking from the toilet. He was banging his head against the concrete walls. He was deemed gravely disabled and involuntarily medicated with Haldol, a powerful antipsychotic. Yet the state argued his confessions during this time were lucid. On cross-examination, that narrative crumbled. Dr. Martin testified Alan was lucid when he apologised on June 20, 2023. But the defence produced video evidence from hours later, showing Alan in a catatonic state. As his attorney Andrew Baldwin said, from their first meeting, Alan seemed like a confused, innocent guy. The defence argues these weren't confessions. They were the delusion of a man tortured into madness. If the confessions are shaky, what about the physical evidence? There was no DNA, no fingerprints, no blood transfer. The only link was an unspent .40 caliber cartridge found between the girls' bodies. The state claimed tool marks matched Alan's gun, but this wasn't a fired bullet. It was merely cycled through the chamber. The state's own expert initially couldn't confirm a match. It was only determined later. The defence argues that matching unspent rounds is scientifically unreliable junk science. It lacks the unique striations of a fired bullet. And critically, when the defence asked for an independent third party to verify the match, the prosecution refused. Without a second opinion, the magic bullet is just a subjective guess. The state's entire theory relies on placing Alan on the bridge at the exact time of the murders, between 2:15 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Prosecution investigator Steve Mullen testified that Alan's Ford Focus was seen on the Hooser Hardware CCTV camera at 2:21 p.m. This was their anchor. But on October 22, 2024, The case took a massive hit. Under cross-examination, Mullen admitted, confirmed by the FBI, that the Hooser hardware camera was fast by 54 minutes. Do the math. If the camera was 54 minutes fast, Richard Allen's car wasn't leaving at 2:21 p.m. It was leaving at 1:27 p.m. The girls were abducted at 2:15 p.m. If Allen left at 1:27 p.m., he was miles away when the crime occurred. This isn't just reasonable doubt. It is a physical alibi provided by the state's own evidence. It aligns perfectly with Allen's original statement. I was there probably around noon, walked down, back an hour or so. What about witnesses? Sarah Carbone claimed she saw a muddy and bloody man, but the defense revealed her original statement only said muddy. The word bloody was added later by the police. And the van detail? Prosecutors claimed only the killer knew about the white van, but the defense proved 22 or 23 internet posts mentioned a white van long before Allen confessed. It wasn't secret knowledge. It was public gossip. Perhaps the most disturbing new evidence comes from Libby German's phone. The state claimed it lay untouched under Abby's body, but defense expert Stacey Aldridge found logs showing headphones were plugged in at 5:44 p.m. and 10:32 p.m. on February 14th, hours after the girls were dead. Who was listening to that phone? Was it police mishandling evidence? Or was someone else at the scene? How did they even find the gun? By searching Allen's home. But in a scathing filing known as the Franks motion, the defense argued that search warrant was illegal. They claimed Detective Liggett lied to the judge. The affidavit said a witness saw a bloody man. The witness actually said muddy. They omitted a description of a 20-year-old with puffy hair. Allen was 45 with a buzz cut. The motion also revealed a shocking alternative theory, the Odinists. The defense presented evidence that the crime scene was staged with branches arranged in Norse runes. They claimed Abby Williams had no blood on her hands, despite massive injuries, suggesting she was moved or cleaned. The defense identified suspects who practiced Odinism, men who had confessed to family members, but Judge Gull denied the motion without a hearing. The jury never heard this. On November 11, 2024, after 19 hours of deliberation, the jury returned their verdict. Guilty on all counts. Judge Gull sentenced Richard Allen to the maximum, 130 years. But this story isn't over. On December 17, 2025, Allen's team filed a scorching 24,000-word appeal. They argue that the conviction is historically unsafe. They cite a NAPU violation, accusing the state of knowingly using false testimony regarding the timeline. They claim the trial was a display of fundamentally unequal arms, where the defense was silenced and the state was allowed to fabricate a reality. The murder of Abby and Libby was a horrific tragedy, But convicting the wrong man would be a second tragedy. If the timeline is off by 54 minutes, if the confession was birthed in madness, if the bullet is junk science, can we truly say this is justice? The state of Indiana has 30 days to respond. Until then, Richard Allen sits in a cell waiting for the truth to finally come out. I'd love to hear your take on this. Drop a comment below and let's get a conversation started. If you enjoyed the video, hitting that like button really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you're the first to know when the next update drops.